my digital installation for the Bridlington renovation. The basic idea for my project is to build a 360-degree 3D immersive film that projects onto the entirety of a dome that is shown in. The point of view that the audience is involved in from is a marine biologist perspective who is exploring the ocean and its creatures from a submarine. The film goes through and finds numerous creatures along the way. Whenever the audience get close to one of the creatures, the film will interact slightly and a box will bring up some facts and statistics about that species. This then makes the experience very educational, which might make people want to bring their children more often. On entry, the viewers will be greeted with a crate of 3D goggles that they can pick up to wear when the movie is playing on the screen. This goes on to make the sea feature a lot more realistic. Here is some imagery that I have created, which is very similar to what the film on the screens will look like. Once you flick through, you can see we get more bubbles as we gradually move through the flames. Then when we have interacted with one of the animals, a text box has shown up. This example shows a jellyfish and gives 3 key facts that people may not know about to interest them. We've used the rule of 3 for these facts as they will be easy to remember and they will stick in the audience heads. The film will show a total of 10 underwater animals, so it doesn't last too long and the audience don't get too bored. When thinking about what to produce for this project, I was personalising my experience with the seaside and what I love doing as a family whenever we visit. For me, the best thing is going to the local aquarium, as I still regularly visit the Deep, which is situated in Hull. I remember going to SeaWorld Orlando when I was younger with my parents, and they had an attraction which was called Turtle Trek, and it consists of the same ideas as my digital installation. The film on this ride consists of the journey of a baby sea turtle. From when it hatches, the audience follow this newborn to see how he travels over the sand to get to the sea. The spectators wear the 3D glasses and it is extremely realistic and enticing. I further researched how accessible that the dome figure would be, and it would allow everyone to be able to enter and exit. Obviously we will have to have some sort of visuals to be able to experience the installation the same as everyone else. Later I'll go into detail about the dome structure itself, but I did have to research that to make sure it wasn't overly expensive or out of reach. The location that we were given was along Garrison Street in Bridlington. There is a lot of crowded shops and attractions along the main road, so I decided to avoid street congestion and to place the digital installation in the corner of the street where there is access to the sea and the beach area. This square has previously modelled to be a seating area, but there is plenty of space as the zone won't be huge. Being so close to sea also gives the affected children that they are actually diving in and exploring themselves, when realistically it's a simulation. This specific square is highly populated due to its view, so having a dome then may mean lots of viewers are curious to enter. This image shows how my dome would look and feel in the specific area that I have chosen. I feel that it stands out a bit, which is almost a good thing as it makes people question what is inside and they become intrigued to try it out. The actual installation itself, as previously stated, will be a dome that is durable enough to survive all weathers by the coast. The aim is to add some extra protection, almost a protective film for when there's storms or wet weather, so that none of the exteriors get damaged. During those conditions, this attraction will almost act as a shelter for spectators to go to for a short amount of time. The inside will be very intricate as the insides will have the 360-degree screen that the film can project its image onto. Surround sound will also have to be included so that the realistic idea can be put into effect with other senses too besides only visual. The inside will have to be insulated and have some sort of heat generator, as it may also get cold in the winter seasons. Along that strip of road on Garrison Street there are several shops and attractions, which means the power will not be an issue. There aren't many issues regarding the environment that this attraction. The actual film obviously includes sea creatures that educate the audience. It would be hard to allow the visitors to choose the animals themselves, so we have produced a generic list of creatures that show up when the installation begins. Obviously, if we kept the creatures the same every time, then people may find it boring coming back and there not being anything new to learn. So I have decided that every season the film will change to 10 other different creatures so that when people come back, they're getting a new immersive experience each time. This will then have the element of surprise and unexpected for the visitors. The facts that appear whenever you interact with the different animals will be completely accurate as they would have been researched thoroughly and proper. This again links to the educational side and allowing us to relate our desired demographic of children and families. This may go on to allow schools to come and visit as children would still be learning things and it wouldn't just be a holiday.